Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
On today's Smart 7, Post Office drama puts pressure on the government, Supreme Court to rule on Trump, and lots more. It's Monday, 8th of January, it's World Typing Day, and happy birthday to Dame Shirley Bassey.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The general election's just months away, and both Rishi Sunak and Sir Keir Starmer have been out and about making their pitches to the nation. The Prime Minister kicked off the new year with an appearance on Laura Kay's show on Sunday, where he pledged to cut public spending to lower taxes, blamed striking junior doctors for NHS waiting times, and defended his government's controversial Rwanda scheme. He was also grilled on his party's poor polling and mass exodus of MPs, but Rishi says things are only looking up for the Tories.
I genuinely believe that we've turned a corner. I think the country is now pointing in the right direction. The plans that we've put in place are starting to deliver. My job is to talk to everybody and show that we've got to stick with the plan.
Meanwhile, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has been criticising Rishi's refusal to set a date for the next election, with rumours that it probably won't happen until the second half of the year. Sir Keir says the PM needs to put the country first.
If he had a plan, he would set the date, and he should set the date, because at the moment, I can't help feeling that all he really wants to do is to get 2 years clocked up, and that means he's putting vanity before country.
The pressure's on for the government to clear the names of hundreds of sub-postmasters affected by the Horizon IT scandal after an ITV drama covering the case premiered last week. Mr Bates versus the Post Office follows one of the most prominent cases in the scandal, which saw more than 700 sub-postmasters wrongly convicted of false accounting, theft and fraud due to faulty software in use between 1999 and 2015. To date, less than 100 people have had their convictions quashed, and PM Rishi Sunak says those affected deserve justice.
Obviously, it's something that happened a very long time ago in the 90s, but actually seeing it and hearing about it again, it just shows what an appalling miscarriage of justice it is for everyone affected, and it's important that those people now get the justice that they deserve.
Former sub-postmaster Lee Castleton, who was made bankrupt by the Post Office after a 2-year legal battle, says victims of the scandal are traumatised.
The victims are traumatised. £135 million has been paid to some of the victims, but we've had £150 million plus paid to lawyers. We're just normal people, run-of-the-mill people. We have legal people with us, but it's so difficult. It's like a war.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken headed back to the Middle East this weekend for the 4th time in 3 months. Saturday saw him meet with Turkish President Erdogan in Istanbul to talk about the situation in Gaza. It comes after attacks on Lebanon, Iraq and numerous Red Sea vessels led to concerns that the Israel-Hamas war could start to spread. Speaking ahead of his trip, Blinken says the US's focus is on preventing a broader conflict.
We have an intense focus on preventing this conflict from spreading. And a big part of the conversations we'll be having over the coming days with all of our allies and partners is looking at the steps that they can take, using the influence and ties that they have to do just that, to make sure that this conflict doesn't spread.
Saturday was the 3rd anniversary of the January 6th attack on the US Capitol, and President Biden marked the occasion with a scathing review of his predecessor Donald Trump, labelling him a threat to democracy. It comes after the Supreme Court agreed on Friday to rule on whether the former president will be eligible for Colorado's primary ballot ahead of this year's presidential election. The state's top court disqualified him from the ballot last month, claiming he'd engaged in insurrection, but Trump's fate's up in the air after his legal team lodged an appeal with the Supreme Court. Former Vice President Mike Pence has called for Trump to remain on the ballot.
I think the question of who's on the ballot in every state should be left to the people of the United States of America. I have every confidence that the Supreme Court of the United States will resolve those questions.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Liverpool knock Arsenal out the cup and Oppenheimer wins big at the Golden Globes. Right after this.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Welcome back.
This weekend saw football clubs up and down the country take to the pitch for the third round of the FA Cup. The biggest winners of the weekend were undoubtedly sixth-tier Maidstone United, who defeated League One side Stevenage 1-0 to become the lowest-ranked team still in the competition. Meanwhile, it was a battle at the top of the Premier League table as league leaders Liverpool knocked out fourth-placed Arsenal 2-0, adding to the Gunners' recent woes. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was delighted with the result.
No, I'm just super proud. It's a super difficult draw. You have to make steps pretty much every week, every day, every 3 days. And the boys did, and they all enjoyed it. So that's really important. It was not an easy game to enjoy in the first half. So I thought, come on, let's give it a try.
Sunday saw some of Hollywood's biggest celebs flock to Beverly Hills for the 81st Golden Globe Awards. Jo Koy was hosting for the first time, and the night was a return to form for the ceremony, which had faced accusations in 2021 of corruption and having no black members on the judging panel of Hollywood foreign reporters. There were wins for The Bear, Succession and Beef in the TV awards, with The Holdover, Poor Things and Killers of the Flower Moon also took home some gongs. With Barbie and Oppenheimer dominating nominations, Christopher Nolan's movie collected the most awards of the night, including Best Drama, Best Score for Ludwig Göransson, Best Supporting Actor for Robert Downey Jr. and Best Director for Nolan. Here's Cillian Murphy accepting his award for Best Actor.
I knew the first time that I walked on a Chris Nolan set that it was different. I could tell by the level of rigour, the level of focus, the level of dedication, the complete lack of any seating options for actors, that I was in the hands of a visionary director, a master. And I want to thank Chris and Emma for having the faith in me for 20 years and 6 feckin' pictures. So thanks so much. To all my reps, all my team, thank you so much. You're the best. To my family, I'm the luckiest man. Love you. Thanks so much, guys.
Almost 3 years after it was first announced, the 2005 movie, which gave us Brangelina, is now officially turning into a TV series. Mr. and Mrs. Smith premieres on Prime Video next month and sees Donald Glover and Maya Erskine take over the title roles as a pair of married assassins. The new series is created by Glover and his Atlanta co-writer Francesca Sloan, and he's been letting us know what to expect.
We're going to have our gunfights and shoot-em-ups and explosions. Of course that's going to happen. But we really wanted to tone it down to like a 2, so when you did something that was a 10, it felt like 100. Heroes said they're C students in an AP class. They're really not supposed to be here.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.